Hey, what's going on, people? It's Gunsrar from NextGenTactics. Welcome to the very first Team Deathmatch strategy series. Yes, I know it says M16 Flawless, which is what the game is, of course, with equipment and stuff. But for those of you that are sort of stopping by or aren't aware of what we do at NGT, we typically do strategy videos. So the main focus on this is actually strategy. And I'm going to go through this. And I'm using the M16 Red Dot Warlord with silencer on it. Typically, if there's long sight lines on a game, I do want to use that. Now, the first thing I do on radiation, regardless as to what side I start on, is I use this underground bunker or tunnel system to get to the other side. The nice thing about this, especially if you have an SMG on, is that you're able to more or less flank the enemy incredibly fast. Now, if your team's really good, they're going to storm it as well. The problem being is that with an assault rifle, you tend to be a little bit slower. Now, if you actually had lightweight and marathon on and you blasted through under there, I guarantee you'd be able to come up and you would have gotten kills down on this end, unlike myself. So anyway, this is basically more or less what I do, and I try and utilize that. You'll see me use the underground system quite a bit, and it's actually one of the safest ways to get from one side of the map to the other, especially if there's a lot of firefighting going on and they're dug in deep on one end. You know, you use the tunnel system, maybe one, possibly two people you're going to actually encounter, but if you're careful enough, as you'll see me when I'm going in this, you're going to actually be able to take them down, and you'll have less sight lines. It's only forward. You don't have to worry about, you know, people coming from the sides or people shooting you from the sides, because there's only forward and back. That's it. So it's a very, very safe way to actually go down there. Now, when you're coming out here, you'll notice that place actually where I semtex. Number one, the stairs there. This entrance is very, very busy. It is not a good idea. It is not a good idea to be going in back in the way where I just came out of that building. Very, very dangerous, especially people being on top of the stairs, which are difficult to see. Now we're going to see, I think we snagged someone here. There you go. So it's difficult to see people in that entrance way with the stairs going up, the upper tier and then the lower, and there's two entrances there. It's a very, very highly active area there, and you want to tend to avoid it. Using the underground tunnel system here is a brilliant and incredibly easy way to actually move from one part of the map to the other. And you can easily hit all the key spots, but by reducing sight lines on yourself, makes it a lot easier to actually maneuver. Now, I think there's a guy there. He must have spawned there, or maybe he was using an RC. I don't know. Either way, I don't care. He was an easy kill. And I typically use, when I see my kill streaks, I have napalm, mortar, and then I use dog or gun chip or whatever. When you have those gun chip or dogs, very, very easy way to actually get tons of kills. Now, you look at my my strikes there. The one, again, near that active spot where I came out. Remember I said don't go in there because of the stairway? Always place one in the front there. A lot of traffic moving in and out of there. Very, very easy. And there you go. You get a lot of kills that way. It's super, super easy. So again, if you wanted to see it, go back there. Those are key spots. Again, spawn. There's a spawn site that I hit on the far end, and then in front of that high traffic area there, which is an important or key spot. And this is what you're allowed to, what you're capable of doing when you start doing that. When you start using that tunnel system more, it makes it a lot easier to sort of flank your enemy and get the jump on them rather than going up top. And especially if you have an SMG. This is, you know, I use the M16 in this particular case here, and watch for that too. Lots of guys like to camp up in there. I was getting hit markers, but he moved forward. I actually watched the theater mode. And this is Series 1, just to keep you guys sort of focused, let you guys know what's, you know, what we're planning on here. Things sometimes change a little bit, not drastically, although I know some of you guys are like, yeah, well, that's fine right now, but later on it'll... No, you know what? People tend to stay and play the same way that they always do. Oh, here we go. Again, you know, one, maybe two people you're going to encounter down here. For whatever reason, people don't use it a lot. It's like Pipeline on Call of Duty 4. Best way to flank the enemy, get in the underground tunnel system with an SMG, bolt it to the other side, and you get tons of kills that way. And this is exactly why I do it. Use the tunnel system. They get focused on the people up top and they forget about the tunnel system underneath. And it makes for very, very easy kills. I think some guy goes running by here. Oh, yeah, there we go. Going underneath. He was going to camp. Oh, silly camper. Once you have dogs in this, though, it becomes ridiculous and becomes incredibly easy. They're one-bite kills, unlike what World at War was. They don't stand a chance. If you don't kill that dog is going to kill you. So they're extremely effective at getting kills. Oh, I got lucky there. So spawn areas there. Anyway, Series 2 will come out probably in about 2 to 3 months. And basically, it's not that I'm guaranteed to change my game style. I will be basically using the same tactics, but sometimes they'll get altered or whatever. And it's to adjust to players as they're becoming a little more proficient at these maps. And then we give you tips in terms of how to adjust your gameplay based on more experienced players. Because right now, a lot of people are new. It makes it a lot easier for us to develop the strategies, but these will be effective, especially when the Christmas, I hate to use the term, but when the Christmas noobs come on, they're new to the game as well, and they'll do the same mistakes. So these strategies that I'm showing you will still be incredibly effective for the next 2 to 3 months, and then we'll tweak them in Series 2, and we'll post them after that way. So stay tuned. I'll try and post 1 or 2 games of the same map, using a different weapon, just so that you can see that it's not the weapon that sort of gets the kills, and it's not just, that I'm posting a fluky game. These are like, I use the same tactics over and over and over again, and it'll consistently get you kills. You may not always win, because sometimes you do play against more skilled players, but I guarantee you, for the most part, for the average people you come across, you will be able to dominate the game. So anyway, there you go, that's Radiation. A little flawless action. Good way to start. Peace. Get the latest updates and stay in touch with the NGT community with our all-new Facebook application. Check the description of the video for details.